Ah, the Toa Nuva. Look at them with their cool silver armor and their brand new weapons. These sets were great. But can they be built better? Let's see how some talented Bionicle builders from across the Bionicle community have remade and reimagined these legacy characters. Bionic Forge kicks us off with probably the best Toa Nuva revamp I've ever seen. Man, it's just delightful to see this old classic set being given new life. Because, you know, the pieces that appear on this original Toa Nuva, they came out in 2002. These pieces are frickin' 22 years old. It's likely that a lot of modern Bionicle collectors just straight up don't own any of these parts in their collection. So to see characters recreated with modern pieces, I think it's awesome. It's nice to know that you can just build these older characters with newer parts, even if you never owned this set. And also you don't have to hunt down 20-year-old pieces because, you know, that might get a little pricey. Now also, the original Toa Nuva, they were very famous for their sleek designs and smooth armor. And Bionic Forge has managed to maintain that same aesthetic, but with totally different pieces. And I think it all comes down to those CCBS armor shells. The silver ones on the torso, the tan ones on the legs, they just perfectly replicate the original pieces from that OG set. And I do like the choice to use some of these shoulder pads that came on the Star Wars Ultra Build set Jango Fett. He also uses them as shoulder pads, but I think that's a really perfect modern alternative for this classic Bionicle piece. That and the incredible shaping going on. Look at this seamless design on the waist. I think it just takes my breath away. The sides, they use two of these Mutterhead pieces in brown, and of course these originally were used as feet on Toa Nuva. The middle section here, it uses the satchel from the Indiana Jones minifigure. And then we've got these two bars embedded in the center of the torso as well. Dude, so many pieces packed into a tight and well-made area. So cool. And how about this alternative mask for Toa? The builder says that this was designed by someone named Gabby94Official, but the files to print this, they were downloaded from a person on Instagram called Rothanak0, and then it was actually 3D printed by someone named Niels. So many people coming together to design and make this mask. That's great. Dude, I love this. Bionicle Legends is our next builder, and they give us a revamp of Toa Nuva. I love that this is taking notes from pretty much every single Onawa G1 set. Because of course we had three different versions of the character, the Mutter form, the Nuva form, and his Mystica form. And this mock, it gives us the Mystica mask. It takes the idea of the claws from his Mutter form, and they've thrown in some silver armor, which of course is reminiscent of his Nuva form. Actually, technically, I guess that torso is from the G2 Onawa. What a great idea this is. Take the best aspects of each version and combine them together into one amazing creation. That's just one of my favorite things to see on revamps. So cool. Now back to this claw design. Great idea to use these big old Invasion from Below spike pieces. You saw these on all kinds of Invasion from Below sets, like this one. And yeah, using them for individual posable claws. Genius. And the two large shields for armor on the sides of the hands. Sensational. Over to Glya Nuva, and this was made by Captain Geo. Now, one of the biggest complaints about the Toa Nuva sets is that people weren't fans of the masks. Some say they're ugly, some say they're too big, some people think that the texture of them is just off. I don't know, people don't like the masks. Personally, I think Glya's is actually my favorite of the lot, but you know, I can understand the criticism. They're certainly different from every single other Bionicle mask ever. Is that a bad thing? Well, that's up to you. But if you're revamping the Toa Nuva and you're like, I don't like these masks, don't want to use them, maybe you could try a custom mask. And I mean, this one rocks. Breath tubes linking up to the mouth, making it look like scuba gear. That's perfect for a Toa of Water. And this feels kind of like the perfect upgrade to her original Mutter mask, because it did have that kind of like scuba diving helmet vibe, with goggles and a breath mask, all that kind of stuff. And it just makes sense that the Nuva mask would feel like an actual upgrade. This really does, more so than the original one did. There's also some custom armor on the torso as well, very nice. So yeah, a few different custom pieces here, and they really do improve the mock. Nice to see a few system pieces on the upper legs. If you're ever stuck on how to build the leg design on a Bionicle, be sure to look towards your system curved slope pieces, or other relevant pieces, slopes. cheese slopes, whatever. They can create some incredibly realistic and solid designs. This mock is great. Deca Corridera revamps Kopaka, and they've really upped the amount of silver in this mock. In fact, there's barely any white now, which I don't mind. Yeah, it's a bit different from the original set, but this makes them look more knight-like. And a knight aesthetic, I think, fits Kopaka perfectly. Lovely idea to convert Kopaka's original double-sided blade into a much longer sword. You get these two blades on the side and then a Rakshi weapon on the top. I think it looks good. Then you get Onawa Mystica's shoulder armor piece, and you turn that into a handheld shield for Kopaka. See, that's another great addition. And of course, Kopaka has pretty much always had some type of shield, but it's often been very round. This more jagged design with sharper edges, it's a nice change. Also, that G2 mask, such a lovely choice for a new mask. If you don't like the Nuva masks, look to the G2 masks instead. A perfect upgrade. Man, I just love seeing CCBS armor on Nuva revamps. It fits their aesthetic so well. Over to a very exciting one. This is Taho Nuva by Jaritza Mox. Here's a nice little side-by-side comparison between the original set and the mock. I kinda love that this is using the Mutta mask instead of the Nuva one. Because that Nuva mask, it almost looks like it has muscles, or I don't know, like it's made out of liquid metal. But this mask, it feels more reminiscent of like a polished and smooth sports car. And that vibe pairs very well with the armor pieces and the texture of this mock. It really is just a better match. Now, taking a closer look, we can see a few of these black wires have been weaved into the body design. And there's even more wires and lights that are linked onto his sword. Or swords, there's two of them. Yeah, this kind of gives off this cool, upgraded and enhanced feeling, adding a bit of technology into these biomechanical creatures. I really dig it. And you better believe, very similar to his original Nuva set, that his swords can become a board. But in this case, it's not a lava board or a surfboard, whatever you want to call that. It's a hoverboard. I mean, come on, that's so cool. Isn't that the best? Yeah, this mock almost has a vaguely cyberpunk feeling to it. Cyberpunk Bionicles. I can get behind that. And finishing off with the character that was always my favorite of the Toa Nuva, it's Liwa. And this was built by Niels, who we mentioned before. They made that custom mask. Speaking of custom masks, we have a few more custom pieces here. A very nice chest piece, and a bit of a different take on Liwa Nuva's mask. This mask, it's got some sharper line work on it. It feels less rounded and less kind of bulbous. I think that's a very nice upgrade. The same can be said for these weapons. Again, custom pieces that allow for a much bigger version of Liwa's blades. And look at these hilts, that has to be my favorite part here. They're designed to look like wood from a tree that's been repurposed into these handles. I always love seeing plants and other like wildlife and nature being integrated into mocks for Liwa. Yes, he's a Toa of air, but he lives in the jungle. And nature and plant life, I feel like that's still something that you can really associate with the character. So seeing little tiny stuff like that, or some of these vines that are sticking out of the torso and the legs and other parts of the body, it really is just the perfect finishing touch. Although, look at these shoulder pads. We got those same shoulder pieces in silver that came on that Jango Fett set that we spoke about before, and they've just been nicely placed on top of the Nuva shoulder element, the one that appeared on the original set. Dang, what a clever way of extending this piece and beefing it up and bulking it up just a little bit more. Such a clever idea. The shaping between these two pieces is immaculate. It's so simple, but so beautiful. There you go. Every single Toa Nuva revamped and looking dang good. If you enjoyed the work of these talented builders, then you should check out their social media. I'll have links to all their stuff in the description below. Leave a like on their work, go give them a follow, and maybe you could comment on their stuff and let them know what you think of their incredible creations. Thanks for watching though, guys. Love you tons. Happy building. And bye for now.